my people. I'm Jocy, and I'm a producer and a musician and as an artist. Born from Rundu, Kavango, grew up in Katima. Yes, and I started my music right here in Katima since 2011, and that's why I started my music without any inspiration, but only a few things that inspired me, because I used to listen to music outside the country, in the country, South Africa. Then I thought, okay, I think I can do this. So let me try to do this for my region that I grew up in. I actually came here in 1990 in Zambezi region. So I thought I can do something here, because I started schooling here. I started doing my music right here. And I thought, okay, I can do something for the place that I grew up, because this is where home is, you understand? So that's when I started doing my music in Katima, in Zambezi. It was lit, it was fine, and I liked it. So I began my music right there, as I told you, and then I met some people who were behind me, who welcomed me, and they said, okay, brother man, let's do this. You know, he's one of the greatest, music promoter in Zambezi, that I felt this is my brother that I can do music, because we understand music together. So that's when I met my brother Jaheime Lifasi right here. Yes, this is my brother Jaheime Lifasi, one of the greatest music promoters in Zambezi. Then he can, tell you his stories.
I'm Jaheime Lifasi from Katima Mulilo. Born and raised here. Actually, I am a music promoter, of course. I'm also an artist. I do sing. So I just wanna let some upcoming artists or some youths that they must just push on. Music is free. You just have to let go of what you have in your heart to make it.
If I can still remember well, I worked with a project that erupted in a certain way that I don't even feel I can introduce the person, because that project I worked with a person called Sinengela, aka Well Known. So yes, in 2013 we actually met with the brother right here. We worked together in a certain project of a choir, and it actually did a lot of vibes. And then that's when I knew him, and I said, okay, let's do this, my brother. So
it's a lovely night, So I am OWEN SINENGELA, aka Vanna Kenneth. Man chick, side chick, like I've made several viral videos on social media about myself. So this is me, and this is Zambezi region, confident, beautiful people. Yeah, so that is me.
I started promoting music. Actually, I like music even when I was in school. I used to sing. I was one of the people you find in choir, school choirs, those things. I was one of them, even culture. So I just had to keep it up. I was doing the best I can, of course, and I met my brother Jocy. We started recording. I started recording 2016. After meeting him, although I met him earlier, but I'm now someone who I'm now an artist, like a serious artist in Katima.
I am a graduate from this same university with a bachelor honors degree in education. I'm currently a teacher. I'm a part-time comedian. I do that for fun, just to keep me going. I am a vocal coach. Sometimes local artists come to me for vocal coaching and all that. Just it.
All right. My first project, if I can still remember, in Zambezi region, It was like I was at home before I started a studio, like a commercial studio in town at the market. I was at home, and then one of the, these other artists who were very inspired by the music that I had, and they listened to my small little production, was with, who is this guy? He's called Jackal, Mr. Jackal. It's called Mr. Jackal. That was my first project that I did with him. And it was so lovely to me. But I didn't actually know that it was not really that beautiful sound, Okay, the sound was there, but the mastering part and the understanding music was not really that good. But at the end of the day, I felt I gave a lot of, a lot of myself. And then yet, at the end of the day, when I look at it today, I felt like I didn't do much. But at that previous time, it felt like it was a big project that I did for a person in Zambezi region. And it brought all the artists that I can work with today because of my first project.
So I actually started singing also. I was also inspired because of some of the artists in Katuma. I started singing now. I find myself from the Gamma record. I'm under Gamma record. My boss is Jocy.
University has provided a platform for me to have to just kind of like march into adulthood with a certain kind of perception. I felt like university gave me the ability to have to know myself, like first discover who I am, secondly have to know my limits and my boundaries, because at university you are free, you can do what you want to do. So it was just like, I just feel like the university gave me a little bit of experience to have to just kind of like know my boundaries, my limits.
Yourself.
Exactly.
My first experience as a producer, it was very nice because I felt at least the little thing that I know at home, the little thing that I felt in my heart, like I want to do this something. I delivered it to a person for the first time. I felt like, yes. And I listened to it over and over and over and over and over again because I felt it was like something that inspired me a lot. Even today when we bring it back, I can still listen to it like a million times because it's something that made me feel I can do something for another person, understand? And it felt so good.
No, I just felt like as a comedian, let me start with being a comedian, is that like a lot of negative. It's not just about the positive vibes that you receive, that like when you post a video out there, there'll be a lot of negative criticism. People tend to take it too personal. People tend to what you reflect, because what I do with my comedy is that I address real life issues, but in a more fun way. Like I want to invoke the humor side of my audience, but that doesn't just come like that. So a lot of people will respond to the videos negatively and everything. So I just feel like as somebody who has posted several videos, I have learned and I am trying to grow from not responding to the negative vibes, but just focusing on the positive ones.
My collaboration as a producer and as an artist, yes, by the way, I didn't say I'm an artist as a producer. Yes, I can sing, I do produce. But my first collaboration and my collaboration that I enjoy the most, which are even trending right now. Yeah. If I can begin with them, my first collaboration was with the boys, they are long-time boys, and they are called, if I can still remember, they're the boys that the Viper. I don't know if they are still here, but I did a good, beautiful collab with them. And I did a lot of collaboration with a little bit of my young people. And mostly important, I did a collaboration with my music promoter, JAHEIM LIFASI. I did a collaboration with a song that is very trending right now. It's called Vasari Muchaniko, and I also did a collab with DJ Sia, a song called Movarire or Soul, something like that. Track 1 from his previous album for 2018 with Shenke Breeze. I also did a collab with, I actually don't remember right now, but...
Which have you enjoyed the most?
The one that I enjoyed the most is the one that I did with, because it's the one that made money for me.
So that put you on?
Yes, it made money for me actually. I did projects, I did collabs that made money for the other artists. But the one that made money for me is the one I did with him.
Yeah.
Yes, because it made money for me. Yeah. You understand? It's the one that I can enjoy like the most.
Come together, you know.
Exactly. The energy, the vibrative energy that I would want to bring in my music is the vibe that will make Africa to feel that Jocy can do something that benefits the whole Africa. You understand? Not only Africa. I love Africa because Africa is my motherland. And then, what I want to do is to benefit my land, and then benefit the whole, the whole world. But that is the only vibe that I feel like if I can touch the whole Africa to listen to my touch, and I know I can do it.
That's power. My music influences, I like listening to Nigerian songs. I'm a fan of Nigerian music. Yeah. So I like to listen to, I like the voice like Davido, Stanley, those are the guys who inspired me to do more.
Like when I started doing what I do, I looked at Kansime Ann because she was so fun, so captivating. Like I liked her comedy, and then Tumunsime also emerged, and then I just feel like Kansime and Tumunsime combined together is Owen Sinengela in a male and female version. Exactly. So let me just say I am Ntumu Nsime Owen Sinengela, kind of a crossbreed.
My best project that I ever did that I feel people can listen to it, it's my own. It's my own project.
Yes, sir.
Yes. If people can come and give their ear and say, I want to listen to Jocy's production, then I'm gonna give it to them. And because I trust it and I believe it's genuine and I believe it's strong and it's powerful and it's inspired by love. So I know if I can give it to somebody, and if somebody can listen to it with his mind and heart connected, I believe it's gonna be the best project that somebody can call a project in this world.
That is, we do make CDs, release albums that we sell. Yes. Yeah, plus there are some things sometimes we just give away. Just for our people to listen,
Keep following.
Yeah, for our people to keep following.
I just feel like the worst criticism is people having to look behind what I can offer as a person and having to target me for my sexual orientation and having to pen that on social media. I think that has been the worst because it has never, it was never, and it has never, and it will never be about my sexual orientation. It's about me being a human and giving back to community and having to make them feel appreciated, accepted, and having to teach them that diversity is all that we need because we are all unique in our own ways.
Yes, in the game, the game is not so easy. The game is not so easy. So the worst criticism that I've ever received is that Jocy cannot do shit.
Sorry people, but yeah.
Yes, sorry for that. But the worst criticism that I've ever received is that I cannot do anything, And I believe that the reason why you say Jocy cannot do anything is because you've heard what I did. and then you say, I cannot do anything. Because if you never heard me, you cannot even say, this person cannot do that. So I will never be backed down, backed up for that. I believe whenever people criticize me, I feel that I did something that people can criticize, you understand?
That's the time when I made the song for Sanction 4, with my producer, Mr. Jocy here. Oh, everyone was just calling and calling and calling. What came up in your mind? Why did you make such a song? It's a nice song. It's on YouTube now. You can download and listen to it if you want.
Yeah.
That's a song that made me become more big.
If it wasn't for music, if I can recall, what would I do?
Yeah.
I think I would just be a chef.
Oh, the cuisine, the kitchen.
Yes, I'll just be in the kitchen because I love cooking, I love food, especially mbabaka yawe. One of my favorite. Yeah, that is the best food that I can cook, and I feel that I can do better, especially Zambezi brim fish. I love that.
I feel like the world in 2020, 2019, 2020 was a year of transformation for me, like having to find who I am in the social media and community and type of a way. So I just feel like my fans are going to expect so much from me in a way that my comedies will be based on addressing real life issues that affects the youth and the community of Namibia at large, and they are not going to be targeted on individuals, so people should not feel offended, but people should have to learn to process and having to grow and get a message from what I do. So that is it.
Expect anything from me, because at any time I can, like right now, I'm having an interview with you, but when you put me in the studio right now, I won't have an interview with you.
It can be a project.
Yes, this will be a project, so I can start working on something like right now. So you can expect anything
At
any minute that I'm talking to you right now, and tomorrow and the other day until when I'm normal. So you can expect any surprise from now on.
Oh my Katima, I love Katima. Everyone here is peace. It's a place where you can walk anywhere you want without any problems. Actually, Katima is a good place. It's a good place according to if I talk like musically, Katima is a good place. Our artists that are trying, they're doing the best they can. Now we just listen to our Katima songs. Okay, we go out, we listen to all the songs, whole world songs. But now Katima is pushing.
Yeah, my personal opinion on the musicians that are in Namibia is that, we just need to change from mindset of doing music for your local, region. Like, okay, I want to just to do songs for people who listen to me here at home. I want Namibians to think beyond home and think about Africa. Think about the world. What is your name in the world? What is your name in Africa? Don't think about what is my name in Kuriangava. What is that
In the world.
That is where you started. So do it beyond Okuriangava, beyond Choto, beyond cowboy. Do it beyond that. That is what I want to just see our Namibian artists thinking beyond that.
I work in Soundview. In Soundview, there's a producer by the name of Famous. And Ling Lloyd, once again, they all work in the same studio. I also work with Bele Makaso, he's also having a studio. I don't know where else I went.
Yeah, in Katima, if we can talk about Katima.
Yeah.
I worked with Famous, yes, we called him. I worked with SIS. Yes, I at least I worked with him, something. And I worked with Who is this?
Benja.
Benja, yes, I worked with Benja. I worked with Buchane, Linus Buchane. I worked with, who is this one? Who calls himself the Beat Messiah? He was actually in Cube Motion. Who is that boy? Yeah, apart from that, that's the people that I worked in Katima. So outside Katima, I worked with Moses from Rundu. Mose, they call it Mose. Yes, I worked with this other nigga in Rufoten, but unfortunately I forgot his name. I worked with SK Production in Roshpina. I worked with Arafat with one project that I did with him in Window, with Mario's project. Yes, we worked together, and I worked with, not working actually, we did a conjunction project with, who is this one? Elvo, with, who is this guy? Who is this rapper, the rapper? Namibian rapper. Jericho. Yes. Okay. Jericho's project that I did, we went to together, tune it nicely with Elvo. I worked with DKB for Kawe project with Sodo. It was just, a homeboy behind the scene, but we did a project with my late young brother, rest in peace, my homeboy, Divine. We did that project together with him, and it was very successful, and I love it because it inspired me, it inspired even the TKBs, and I'm happy about that project because it brought a lot of life.
From the music industry, I think like our region is very gifted.
Too much.
Exactly, with different talents, complexities, flexibilities, and I just feel like every artist is unique, like they bring their own different vibes. So I just feel like in my next, I just want to work with everybody. Like I don't have a dimension of who I want to work with or who I don't want to work with, but I just feel like as a person I'm open to work with anybody. Like if I am there, I can help others to get there. So that is the greatest achievement that life can offer, helping others.
Use wherever you are, whatever you are doing, just believe in it. You can feel, you can do it, feel it. You are good with it. Just follow what your dream tells you.
I just feel like, in the youth, like I have seen a lot of youth being involved in politics, youth having to strive and having to want to make it in their way. So my advice to the youth is about like, there's nothing wrong with being real and being who you are and doing what you love as a person. It's quite to be unique, but it's also very important to be hardworking and focused and having to know your destination.
No necessarily. We need to go out. We are not just making it for Gatima here. We need to go out. We need to go maybe out of Africa, somewhere there. We can go China. We do something. We can still make projects with anyone.
Yeah, exposure is mostly the only ultimate point that an artist can do. That is the only thing, because you cannot do anything in your house and think somebody will love it. Unless when you get out of your house, go out there and give it to somebody who doesn't know your house, and they will love it and they'll say, no, do something better or do more than that. Exposure is actually something good. If we can expose our music outside, our homes, we can be successful enough, because in the same point of exposure we can meet a lot of people that can help us or that can go with us, that can even sponsor, more necessarily even, even manage you. If you don't have a manager, they will say, this is good music, because sometimes you cannot value your music in your own home, right? In your own home, just like Jesus. He was not loved in his own home, but he was doing good things. So yes, you can do your things outside, and the people outside will value your work more than The people at your house, understand? So that is how I value exposure. That's fine.
Gentlemen, I will thank you very much. Keep doing what you are doing, or as they say, keep on keeping on. There is greatness at the end of it. You reap what you sow, gentlemen.
Yeah,
and trust me, it will be great. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Good
guys.
night.
Good night too. We love this kind of things.
Thank you.
All right, sure.
This is all I've been fighting for, guys.